Today, I want to walk you through how to lower your car insurance premium. There are proven steps that you can take right now to start lowering your car insurance premium. And if you haven't watched my other videos, I'm here to help you become the kind of driver that gets the lowest price possible on car insurance. In this video, we're not going to talk about the typical things like, increasing your deductible, or changing companies, or bundling home and auto. These are things that everybody talks about. We're going to get into some stuff that maybe you haven't heard before. If you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe so you can be notified when I release a new video. Let's jump right into it. So there are three main ways to lower your car insurance premium. The first way is to be a better driver. Now, how do you do that? Well, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you take advantage of all the discounts that are out there for safe driver discounts. So, if you have a clean driving record for a certain amount of years, typically 3 to 5 years, depending on the insurance company, you want to make sure that you're being rewarded for that. Most insurance companies will automatically apply that discount if they see that you have a clean driving record. However, you always want to ask your agent about their safe driver discount. Another thing that you can do to be a better driver is to take a defensive driving course. So in most states, you can take a defensive driving course, and then you get a discount for taking that course. Now, keep in mind, the discounts for taking a defensive driving course are usually around 3 to 10%. But it really depends on the state that you live in and the insurance company. The next thing you can do to be a better driver is actually to install a telematics device or use a telematics app on your phone. So a lot of insurance companies are now giving discounts for having a telematics device or using a telematics app on your phone. So if you're the kind of person that doesn't mind being tracked, then this is something that you definitely want to take advantage of. Now, the way that these work is pretty simple. There's a little device that gets plugged into the OBD port of your vehicle, and then you sync it up with an app, and it starts tracking your driving habits. So things like harsh braking, speeding, cornering at high speeds, things like that. So basically, if you drive like a maniac, then you're not going to qualify for a discount. But if you're the kind of driver that drives very smoothly, then you can potentially get a huge discount. Some insurance companies can actually knock up to 40% off your premium for being a good driver with a telematics device. So that is a great discount and something you definitely want to take advantage of. So the second way to lower your car insurance premium is to modify your vehicle. So what do I mean by modify your vehicle? Well, one of the biggest expenses when it comes to a car accident is actually repairing or replacing the vehicle that was damaged. That's why comprehensive and collision coverage are two of the most expensive coverages that you pay for on your car insurance policy. Now, if you have an older vehicle or a vehicle that's worth less than $5,000, then you may want to consider dropping your comprehensive and collision coverage. Now, keep in mind, if you do drop those coverages and you're financed or leasing your vehicle, you still need to carry these coverages. Now, the next modification that you can do to your vehicle to lower your premium is to install an anti-theft device. Now, every state has different requirements when it comes to anti-theft devices and the discounts that insurance companies have to offer for those anti-theft devices. But if you install an anti-theft device such as an immobilizer, an alarm system, steering wheel lock, things like that, you may be able to receive a discount on your premium. The third way to lower your car insurance premium is to be a smarter shopper. So one of the best ways to save money on your car insurance premium is to shop around and compare rates. So the first step to becoming a smarter shopper is to get multiple quotes from different insurance companies. Now, this can be very time-consuming because you have to call each insurance company individually, give them your information, and then wait for them to come back with a quote. But there are some websites out there that allow you to enter your information one time, and then they'll give you quotes from multiple insurance companies at once. Now, keep in mind, the quotes that you get online are usually not going to be the best quotes available. That's because there are coverages and discounts that can only be found through an independent broker like myself. Not only that, but the new policy also had better coverage and discounts. So now let's talk about how much you can actually save with the tips that I just told you. On average, drivers can save 30% on their car insurance premium by just making a few changes. Now, some of the changes that we talked about today can save you more money than others, but overall, you can expect to save around 30% on your premium by following the tips that I gave you. As I said earlier, one of the biggest expenses when it comes to a car accident is actually repairing or replacing the vehicle that was damaged. That's why it's so important to have the right amount of comprehensive and collision coverage on your car insurance policy. Now, if you have an older vehicle or a vehicle that's worth less than $5,000, then you may want to consider dropping your comprehensive and collision coverage. You could save up to 20% on your premium just by doing that. Another thing that you can do to save money on your car insurance premium is to raise your deductible. Now, if you have a clean driving record and you've been with your current insurance company for a while, then you may be able to raise your deductible and save a lot of money on your premium. Just remember that you should only raise your deductible if you have enough money in your savings account to pay for the deductible if you were to get in an accident. Now, the last way to save money on your car insurance premium is to bundle your policies. Now, most insurance companies will give you a discount if you bundle your car insurance with other types of insurance, such as homeowners insurance or renters insurance. So if you have multiple policies with the same insurance company, you can save a lot of money by bundling them together. Well, those are all of the ways that you can lower your car insurance premium. As you can see, there are many different ways to save money on your car insurance, but it takes a little bit of effort and research. Hopefully, this video has given you some ideas on how you can lower your premium and save some money. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when I release a new video. Thanks for watching.